Hello, friends. This is Leigh. I am your host and friend, Leigh. You will notice throughout the show that I'm not going to be completely with it, but I did not want to miss another week. I had a miss last week, and I really didn't want to miss this week. It might be a shorter podcast than we're used to, but I really wanted to make sure that I showed up because I absolutely love, love, love doing this show with you guys. So every month, I'm just going to kind of let you know in case this is the first time that you're kind of watching us. The way that we do this show is every month we pick a theme and we'll talk every week about that theme. And the way that we kind of structure every week is it's based on the 5 pillars of the happy framework. And so the 5 pillars of the happy framework are just ways for us to be able to look at our daily life and the moments within that life and find happy moments through our health, the affection for ourselves, how we show ourselves that we love ourselves, our purpose, our partnerships, all of our relationships, and then our youthfulness. Those are the 5 main pillars that we focus on. And I'm really hoping that you can hear me. I'm in the hospital right now. So Wi-Fi might be shoddy and vocals or audio might be shoddy, but I'm just trying my best. So last week we missed. So we're actually going to be talking about 3 pillars this week. And the theme that we're going to be doing is action. The reason why I picked that theme for this month is because in everything, we need to start taking action. One of the biggest problems that we have, overwhelm, anxiety, stress, worry, all the things is coming from inaction. And that's kind of, I know it's like, we can't say this one thing affects everything else, but action helps a lot. And if we can just take action, it doesn't have to be massive action. It doesn't have to be brave action. It can just be small, consistent action, then it will make an impact in our life. And then taking small, inactive action where we're not doing the things that we need to do can also have massive impact in our life. And so we need to make sure that we are taking action in all areas. And the 5 pillars are the easiest areas for us to really make significant impact quickly and sustainably. So also, if you are new to the show, one of my favorite parts is your interaction. It's always a live show. At least the Wednesday episodes are always live. We do it at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. And this is my favorite part. So if you are watching in YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, or Facebook, and you make a comment like this, sound is good. Well, thank you, Sarah. Or you say, morning, morning, hey, Britt, then I'm going to pull you right up on the show and you become a part of the Friend Leigh Show. So that's my favorite part. So now I'm going to go through just like kind of 5 minutes. And I just want to share a little bit of the 3 pillars and how we can take action, why it matters. And then while I'm doing that, you can be commenting. I'm not going to be able to see the comments because I'm going to focus on what I'm saying. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to have a conversation about it. The 3 pillars that we're going to be looking at are health, affection for ourselves, and our purpose. So we're going to look at all 3. And I'm just going to kind of go through a few things for that, and then we'll come back. Okay, so health. When we're looking at taking action with our health, a lot of the time we think, okay, I gotta go to the gym and I gotta work out for an hour and a half. I gotta do that at least 5 days a week. I gotta drink a gallon of water. I've got to. If you guys have ever done the 75 hard, it's like it's 2 45-minute workouts. One of them has to be outside. You got to do a gallon of water every single day. All of this like massive stuff, and that's fun and it's exciting and it's glamorous and it's like, wow, look at me at what I did. That's not sustainable. I have not met anybody who lives the 75 hard lifestyle who has maintained that intensity for their entire life. But what we can do is we can take action in the small things. We can commit to moving daily. One of the things that are going on right now, you guys know that my sister is, she's in the hospital. That's why we didn't have a show last week, because we were in the ER. And I couldn't leave. I could have, but I didn't want to leave to come and do the show. But now she's been in the hospital admitted since then. So today was day 8, and I'm just in kind of they have these 2 rooms. There's the atrium, which is this really pretty room that has a lot of windows and all that kind of thing. And then there's this little private room that they have like family meetings throughout the day. And I just shut the door and decided to use it. I'm going to be kicked out in 20 minutes. Um, but um, one of the big things is that my sister, she's had colitis. She's had Crohn's for 20 years. She's been in remission for 4.5. In June, she was supposed to have her colonoscopy just to make sure that everything is still good. And December, we found out that she has full blown colitis, and it was really, really bad. And so we have been fighting it for the last 3 months, and the last 10 days, 2 weeks have not been good at all. And her movement has been almost nil. Laying in bed in the hospital, they just got PT in there, physical therapy in there today. And there are things all over this floor. We're in the cardiac floor, and there are posters everywhere about the impact that non movement. So if you're laying in your bed just for a day, the impact that that has on your body, let alone 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, a month of just kind of sitting sedentary and not really moving around. It's really, really impactful. So moving daily, like I said, doesn't have to be an hour at the gym, but you should be striving for 20 to 30 minutes of zone 2 cardio. You should be trying to make sure that you're stretching, that you're making the moves. Sorry, as soon as I hear somebody, I'm like, is that me? So, focusing on daily movement is really, really a big deal. And that doesn't have to be at the gym. It can be walking outside. That has so many benefits to you guys. You have no idea. They keep seeing more and more. And with anxiety, overwhelm, all the things, walking out in nature is huge for that. But you can walk, you can dance, you can stretch, you can do yoga, you can do chair yoga, you can do whatever you enjoy. Do that, but commit to doing that daily, and not committing to do that daily because it's, oh, Leanne said that it's something that's good. Which, by the way, I'm going to do my disclaimer right now. I am not a healthcare professional in any means. So if you hear anything in the show, it's really meant for education and entertainment purposes. If you hear something that feels like I'm calling you out, that this is like, oh my gosh, this sounds like me, take it to your healthcare professional, whether that's your GP, your doctor, your specialist, your therapist, whoever you think is the most appropriate person to talk to. So I just wanted to leave that at that. But movement, even just 20 or 30 minutes a day, can be really, really impactful. Hydration, super impactful. You guys, with colitis, her colon is completely inflamed. And so what that means is that she's not getting the nutrients. Even when she was eating, we were thinking she was getting enough nutrients because we were tracking her protein and her carbs and all the things, and like getting enough in her. But because her colon wasn't able to absorb any of those nutrients, she actually became malnourished. And the impact of what malnourishment and dehydration had on her body is absolutely insane. We're on the cardiac floor. It is incredible. And so I keep calling her the canary in the coal mine, because she's obviously, with this colon, she's more susceptible to having that impact a lot quicker and more severe. But it is the same impact that we all have when we're not eating properly and we're not hydrating. So I talk about water all the time. I know that I go days without drinking enough, but that is going to be changing, because it is now all of the doctors and nurses that I'm learning about what hydration impacts every cell of your being. It is so important. So taking action in your health, it's just those simple things, fueling your body with the proper nutrition, and whatever that is for you, you'll know, you'll figure it out. You know what's good for you. Hydration, daily movement, and then rest is also an action. So getting your proper rest through that 3 months, we did not get our rest. I was up every hour. Um, Really every like 30 to 45 minutes, because by the time we got up and I, took care of my sister and then cleaned everything up and did all the things and I went back to bed and she was up in the next hour, I had already been up for 15 minutes past that. So I was getting just every 45 minutes, I was getting up. And I never really got REM. I never really got into my deep sleep. It had a major impact on my body, where now I've been getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep for the last 3 days. Still not enough, still feel like a zombie. So sleep is an action, and focus on it, making sure that you get, if you need naps through the day, fine, do it, but making sure that you're getting your sleep at night. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the affection for yourself. So it's fine to say that you love yourself, but how are you taking action in showing yourself that you love yourself? Some of the main things that I really want you guys to be doing is speaking kindly to yourself. That is huge. Setting and maintaining boundaries, really figuring out what you need, what nourishes your soul. Um, uh, the other thing is getting comfortable with saying no. That's part of the boundaries, but just getting comfortable. People, if they're used to you saying yes to everything all the time, people are going to have a hard time that you say no to something. But that's okay. They'll go on and find somebody that will say yes, or maybe they'll start doing that thing for themselves. Um, so getting comfortable saying no is really important. And then also, even if you just take 5 minutes a day and do something for you, whatever that is, do it for you. And while you're doing it, say, I love you. Let's do this. Let's dance. Let's whatever. And focus that that time is for you. Don't cheat and say, well, I'm scrolling on Instagram. That's what I'm doing for me. It's not. It's not. That's, you're falling into that, but that's not the choice that you're making. So make a choice to do something just for you that you love. And then purpose. Speaking of doing what we love, we need to really tap into the dreams that we have. We really need to tap into what makes our hearts sing, and we need to stop waiting and just start doing it. Some of the tips that I have on that for you is starting before you're ready. You guys, if I would have started to do this podcast when I was ready, it still wouldn't be done today. I wouldn't be on episode 1 yet. But here we are, it's episode 63. And yeah, could it be better? Yeah. Could I have more streamlined social around it? Yeah. Could I have any kind of marketing around it? Probably. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm just doing it, and I'm doing it. Melanie says it all the time, start sloppy. I think that's her saying. It's huge. So doing that, breaking things into baby steps and just taking little baby steps forward, that's what matters. And then celebrating your progress. If you're in the happy circle, the happy lab, if you've done any kind of coaching with me, you know that I start every meeting with, what is your win? And I want you to share with me, what is your win from this week? Sharing our wins, celebrating our progress is so, so freaking important. And we don't do it. We berate ourselves all day long, but we don't celebrate our wins. And they don't have to be the big ones. They don't have to be the promotion. They don't have to be that I launched this big thing. They just have to be, you know what? I said that I was going to get up without my alarm, and then you did it. Celebrate it. Start that way in the beginning of the day. So those are the 3 pillars that we're going to be talking about. Yes, we're only going to be talking for like the next 10 minutes, and then they're going to kick me out. They're already kind of lurking around this thing, but I've got until 8. So, um, so anyway, but I wanted to come on. I wanted to show up for you, but I also wanted to show up for me, because this is part of my happy life. I love showing up for you guys. And I wanted to be here. I told one of Melanie, I told her, I was like, okay, I'm going to probably be late because I'm going to drive home. So I run to my car, and then I was like, what am I doing? Just go in the room upstairs, and then you can just get on and do the show right away. So Speaking of Melanie, here she is. Hey, beautiful. Hello, hello. She is praying for your sister, you and your family. Thank you. We are taking every single prayer. So thank you. Thank you. Michael Crowley is in the house. Hello, sir. Hi, hi, hi. Sending prayers and good thoughts to Jennifer. Thank you. We need it. We need it. Thank you so much. Pop says, I struggle to stay hydrated properly. Um, we all do. We all do. There's all kinds of things that people say that you need a gallon a day. You need half of your body weight in pounds in ounces of water. But one of the big things is just drinking. Just drink. And then, yeah, you can get into the nuance of what kind of electrolytes you're going to be getting, all of these different kinds of pills and potions and things that you can be putting inside of there, the different kind of drinks you can be drinking. But really, just drink your water. Drink 8 ounces, like 1 cup, every hour that you're awake. Just start there and see what that does for your body. Consistent. Again, it's small, consistent action. Pop said, I just woke up from a nap. Good. You listen to your body. I am so proud of you. And I know sometimes you're forced, but I think that's wonderful. Pop says, I have a real hard time with motivation, even to do something I want to do. Yes. So, I think that's all of us, all of us. One of the big tips that I can give you is accountability. So either joining something or finding somebody in your life that has the same type of goal that you have, and focusing on that and just saying, hey, buddy, hey, or like it might be Mel, but it might just be a buddy. And you might just say, hey, you know what? I'm having a hard time like staying hydrated. Can we just like chime in every time that we drink water? Because I do that with some of my friends. And when we text each other, we're like, hey, I just drank eight ounces. And then when I get that text, I'm like, oh, shoot, I totally forgot. I got to drink mine. And that accountability is really, it's a reminder. It's this constant alarm system. You can join groups that are focused on whatever that is. So if it's doing something fun for yourself, join a group that other people are also, a lot of people struggle with doing something just for them. You can, of course, join the Happy Lab. So the Happy Lab right now, I know that the price is 100% absolutely going up. But for right now, it's not. I don't have my head in it to figure out pricing, to figure out everything. So you can come for like a super inexpensive price. And we do book clubs in there. We do masterminds every single week. Every Sunday we meet and we go through what our goals are and did we hit it? I've got a 1-pager that we go through that we're focusing on those 5 pillars. What did we do that day to focus on those things? And what's really cool about accountability is it's not to berate. It's not to say, oh my gosh, you didn't do the thing that you said you were going to do. It's simply giving that person grace and saying, okay, you know what? What are you going to do it tomorrow? And then you can start building strategies to do it tomorrow, you know? One of the things for me is, you guys know I love my morning walks. I have not been able to do my morning walks. I have to give myself grace that that's not where I'm at. I'm not in a place to wake up. My nights are too late. And then I get home and I need more sleep right now. I need to be okay with that. But instead, what I've been doing is I've been taking a break when I know that there's a break between nurses and doctors and feeding and all the things. And I can take a 20-minute break and then I go out and I just walk the neighborhood around the hospital. I don't have to go somewhere. I don't have to go to a trail. I don't have to get on an elliptical. I don't have to do anything. All I simply have to do is walk outside and just walk around this neighborhood. So, yeah. So accountability is really, really huge. I am going to be starting, Mike thinks I'm insane. Probably am. And I don't have a whole lot of time to be doing a whole lot of things. But I have been talking about doing a 75 happy. So a happy version of the intensity of 75 hard. I've been talking about it for years. I've been doing little versions of it for myself. I need it more than ever. And so I'm going to be doing it for me, but also for you guys. So I'm going to be opening up the doors for that on March 20th, which is the first day of spring and International Day of Happiness. So I'm super excited. There is a cost related to that, obviously. So I will be announcing that throughout the week. You can check it out. And it's going to be like $1 a day. Actually less than that because I'm going to keep it open for 90 days. But that'll be really, really a cool way of having accountability around all 5 of those pillars: our health, our perfection for ourselves, purpose, also our partnerships and our youthfulness. And the youthfulness piece really is that doing what we want to do. So that's that. Now I have like 4 more minutes, so we're just going to pick 2 questions. I had ChatGPT earlier get me some questions. So I'm just going to pick, they gave me 10. I'm just going to grab 2 of them. If you had to choose one word to describe how you want to feel every day, what would that one word be? And then what's one song that instantly makes you want to move and take action? Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, so if you had to choose one word to describe how you want to feel every day, what would it be? Mine is going to probably be, I'm toggling between energized, just because I've had minimal energy, energized or it's funny, the 2 that I'm toggling between are energized and peaceful. You know what? I think I'm going to go with peaceful. Peaceful is the one word that I would want to feel just every day. And I've really been focusing on, we've talked about it in the happy circle a lot, the physiological sigh, the where you breathe in and then breathe in again and then breathe out. I've been doing a lot of that the last 3 months. It's been really helpful in like lowering like my defense mechanisms and helping my nervous system. So peaceful is what I'm after. So let me see if anybody else is answering. Pop says, I would want to feel forgiven. Oh, babe. Okay. Mel, sorry if you're calling Britt babe, but also not sorry. You can choose to feel forgiven. You need to just forgive yourself for whatever that means. You need to forgive yourself and know, God forgives you. You've got to forgive you. But I'm sure Mel's working on that with you. And then Mel says one word would be victorious or peaceful. Yeah, girl. Peaceful is a big one, man. Victorious, that's a good one too. So what's a song that instantly makes you feel like you want to move and take action? I was going to say Happy, that Pharrell Williams song that everybody just can't stand because it was so overplayed years ago. That one really makes me happy and it gets me like just going. Another one is Lose Control by Teddy Swims. I've been listening to that like on repeat when I drive home from the hospital. There's just something about it and it really gets me energized for some reason. And when you listen to the lyrics, I don't know that it's really going to make sense, but it makes sense to me. Mel says, yep, you are forgiven. You are. So hopefully, Britt, focus on that and start feeling forgiven. The cool thing about the feelings, and I'm glad that ChatGPT came up with that question about what's one word to describe how you want to feel every day. You can step into that. You can try to think about what that feeling feels like, and you can step into it now. You can step into the feeling of happiness now. You can step into the feeling of peacefulness now. You can step into the feeling of being victorious, being forgiven now. And then you can start acting as if you're forgiven, you're peaceful, you're happy. It's really fascinating the way that the brain works. The brain has no idea. The brain is encased inside your skull. It never sees the light of day. It doesn't see anything, but it can make you feel like you see the light, It's really, really fascinating. So Britt says, the song that makes me want to move is Happy Dance by Mercy Me. Okay. Well, I don't know what that is. But I actually probably do. I'm sure if I listen to it. Visiting hours are now over. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to wrap up. So Mel says song, I have three. Gangsta's Paradise, yes, love it. Wild Thing, that's a good one. Love that song. Oh, and then love that song by Teddy Swims. Also, Justin Timberlake's song that causes you to get up and dance. Yes, I know the one that you're talking about. That's awesome. It was the one that was in the Lego movie, I think. Anyway, you guys, I love you so much. I am getting kicked out. I don't want to overstay my welcome because I'm going to be here for a while. So I will see you guys next week. Unless you guys join the Happy Lab, then I will see you Thursday for a book club, and then Sunday for mastermind. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Later's Britt. Okay. Bye-bye.